Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to discuss a super important topic related to your interview preparation. When you're preparing for your next interview, it is equally important to know what not to say in your interview. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about what not to say in your HR interview. And trust me, saying the wrong thing can totally ruin your chances, even if you're the perfect fit for the job. So let's get straight into it. I've divided these things that you should avoid saying into 5 different segments, and let's go through them one by one. Segment 1 is all about your first impression. So you walk into the interview, shake hands, and sit down. And what's the first thing you should avoid saying? I'm really nervous. Look, it's totally normal to feel nervous, but telling the HR person you're nervous can make you seem unprepared and lack confidence. Instead, take a deep breath, smile, and focus on the positives. If you need to, just think of it as a friendly conversation rather than a high-stakes interview. And the second thing you shouldn't say is, I didn't have time to research about the company. This is a big no-no. Not knowing about the company shows a lack of interest and preparation. Always do your homework, know their products, services, recent news, and their mission. It shows you care and you're genuinely interested in being a part of their team. And now moving on to segment 2, which is talking about your current or previous job. Things you must avoid saying are, I hated my last job or boss. Bad-mouthing your previous employer is a very big red flag. It makes you come across as a negative and unprofessional person. If you had issues at your last job, frame them in a positive light. Talk about what you learned from the experience and how it made you a better employee. And another thing you should avoid saying is, I'm looking for a better salary. Of course, salary is important, but making it the main focus can make you seem like you're only interested in the money and not the job. Instead, talk about how you're looking for new challenges, opportunities to grow, and how you can contribute to the company. Now moving on to segment 3, which is about your skills and experience. You should avoid saying things like, I don't know in your HR interview. If you're asked a question about your skills and experience, saying I don't know is a deal breaker. It's okay if you don't have all the answers, but try to show how you're willing to learn or how you would find a solution. For example, you can say something like, I haven't encountered that before, but I'm eager to learn and confident that I can handle it. And another thing you should avoid saying is, that's not my job. Being inflexible or unwilling to go beyond your job description isn't going to impress anyone. Show that you're a team player willing to help out and take on new responsibilities. It's all about demonstrating your adaptability and willingness to contribute to the company's success. Now moving on to segment 4, which is about your personality and fit. You should definitely avoid saying things like, I prefer to work alone. While some roles do require a lot of independent work, most companies value teamwork. Instead, emphasize your ability to work both independently and as a part of a team. Talk about past experiences where you've successfully collaborated with others in your team, and that shows you're a very good team player. Another thing you should not say is, I don't have any weaknesses. This can come across as arrogant or dishonest. Let's be honest, everyone has weaknesses and it's better to be upfront about them. Pick a minor work-related weakness and discuss how you're working to improve it. This shows you're self-aware and your willingness to grow. Now moving on to segment 5, which is about your ambitions and goals. You should avoid saying, I don't have any questions. When the interviewer asks if you have any questions, never say no. This can make you seem uninterested or unprepared. Have a few thoughtful questions ready about the company culture, team structure, or the growth opportunities. It shows that you're engaged and serious about the role. And another thing you should avoid is, I want your job. While it's good to be ambitious, saying you want the interviewer's job can come off disrespectful sometimes. Instead, talk about your long-term career goals and how you see yourself growing with the company. This shows your ambition without stepping on any toes. Now moving on to the final segment, which is about the wrap-up of the interview. You should avoid saying, what does your company do again? This is one of the worst things you can say at the end of your interview. It shows you haven't done enough research and aren't really interested in the job. Always know the basics about the company before you walk into the interview. And another thing you should avoid is, I don't think I'm a good fit for this role. Even if you have doubts, don't voice them in the interview. This can negatively impact your interview. Instead, focus on your strengths and how you can add value to the company. Let the interviewer decide if you're a good fit or not. Now let's quickly recap the main points. First thing is, don't admit you're nervous. And always research about the company, and most importantly, never badmouth your previous employers or managers, and don't make salary your prime focus. You should also avoid saying, I don't know without offering a solution, and show willingness to go beyond your job responsibilities and highlight your ability to work in a team, and always be honest about your weaknesses. And you should make sure you always ask thoughtful questions. And the last 2 things are, know what the company does and don't voice doubts about your fit for the role. Leave it to the company and the hiring manager. And before we wrap up, here are a few final tips to help you nail that HR interview. Practice common interview questions. The more you practice, the more confident you'll be. And dress appropriately appropriately. First impressions matter, so dress smartly and professionally, and most importantly, dress in a way that you're most comfortable. Another thing is be punctual. Arriving late is a big no-no. Aim to be there at least 10 to 15 minutes before your interview. And always stay positive. Keep a positive attitude throughout the interview, even if it gets tough. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. And remember, the HR round is your chance to show why you're the perfect fit for the job. So avoid these common mistakes and put your best foot forward. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more job interview tips and career advice. Good luck with your interview, and I'll see you in the next one.